Italian Football Podcast.
Talking of Lecce, with Pantaleo Corvino as their transfer chief, they're always liable to unearth some gems. And it seems that the latest gem they've unearthed is Nikola Krstovic, who's a Montenegrin forward who I don't think anybody really would have heard of ahead of this season. And they signed him in the summer. Corvino scouted him and signed him from the Slovak team.
Yeah.
Dunajska. You pronounce it. You pronounce it.
I think it's called Dunajska Streda. I think so. Streda. Yeah.
Yeah. So they signed him in the summer, and he has been an absolute revelation so far this season, and so much so that you can correct me. Inter have sent scouts to watch him play in Monza's 1-1 draw with Lecce.
They are looking at him. He's only 23 years old. We have to remember this is the youngest ever goal scorer in the Montenegrin league. He scored. He is the youngest ever player to appear in the top flight of in Montenegro. He made his debut at 16 years and 18 days, and then he the following year he scored 7 goals in 19 games at the age of 17. And then, of course, before leaving, he became the top goal scorer for them. And he was he was signed by Red Star Belgrade the following season, where he didn't really enjoy life.
No, he didn't do well there, did he? Yeah,
no, he was loaned out.
Yeah.
He was loaned out to the second tier, but then he went to Slovakia and he did really well there. He became the top goal scorer there at the age of 22. So
he scored 26 goals last season in the Slovak Superliga, or in all competitions.
Yeah, in all competitions.
I should say, yeah. And then started this season great. Scored 2 goals in his first 3 games, and then Lecce come up and they snap him up.
Yeah, Pantaleo Corvino does. He's got his thing about Balkans. He knows how he finds gems. Jovetic is a Jajic. These kinds of players. But it's very interesting. He is
Didn't he get Vucinic as well? Was Vucinic?
Yeah,
Vucinic,
of course, Mirko Vucinic. Yeah, Lecce, Mirko Vucinic.
So he seems to know these, especially attackers. He seems. I think he got Shevanson as well. I think Shevanson was his. He seems to have a knack.
Bojinov from Bulgaria.
Bojinov as well. He seems to have a knack for finding these unknown attackers, especially when they're from the Balkans. He seems to.
Yeah.
So could he be the next gem? I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't seen enough of him to.
I think it's early days. It's a very interesting player. He's a very explosive player in the sense that you feel him come in there. Do you know what I mean? Like you see him, you know that he's this kind of
got presence about him.
Yes, he's got presence about him in the penalty area. But look, it's still very early days. It's a very interesting side, Lecce, and he plays, and I think he's going to get a few minutes. And he is their penalty taker, and he doesn't mess about with penalties. It's Brexit penalties all the way. He puts his laces through it, son. I love it, absolutely love it. He doesn't mess about.
Brexit penalty is.
No, I love Brexit penalties. It's so good. It was Uncle Shamo who came up with that. He said he started calling me. He started calling me, what's his name, the guy with the glasses who sounds like a Bond villain, the British politician.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Yeah. The one that said he never wants to get married because he doesn't want them to take their money off him when he gets divorced.
Jacob Rees-Mogg. He started calling me Jacob Rees-Mogg because I always said that I like penalty takers to put their laces through it, top corner, don't mess about, none of this hop skip nonsense. And he started calling it, saying it was a Brexit penalty. But no,
then I took that and I started calling it Brexit football. Allegri playing Brexit football from that.
No, Brexit penalty. He does not mess about with penalties. They are always well taken and high up where it's impossible for the goalkeeper to reach them, and he draws attention from defenders as well. Like his movement pattern is very good, and he's got this kind of in the penalty area. You were speaking about how Vlahovic, like penalty box player, that he is a penalty box striker. But it remains to be seen if he can, how well he can do and where he can go. But yeah, I know that Inter are looking at him. But yeah,
it's a big jump up, and he started so well. And I just feel like these are the kind of signings that that we want to see from Serie A teams, rather than signing
Yeah.
players that are already known, are already been recycled. You already know they're probably not going to be good enough. That it's worth taking a gamble on these kind of players, and when it pays off, But then that's what also comes down to the scouting and the data scouting, as well as
Yeah.
the scouting with the eye. And Corvino is so good at that, and he's not the only one this summer either, is he? Because Lecce, I mean, Almqvist
Yeah.
scored that great
Pontus
goal and that great
Almqvist.
celebration. You didn't like the celebration; I loved it.
The golf celebration.
No, I don't like the golf celebration, but I like the acrobatic swivel acrobats that he did. There's also the Mohamed Kaba,
Yeah.
who's very highly rated. That's come in as well. So it's they're interesting, and they've had a great start. They're unbeaten, Lecce,
Yeah.
from the 4 games, 2 wins, 2 draws. They've been a great success story, and Krstovic is obviously a big part of that. So it'll be interesting to see what his development is from here.